Hi everyone, the lovely people at Grizaye Art, which is a company that was created by the Colored Pencil magazine, sent me this package full of goodies. And the packaging itself made me smile because if you know the term grisaille, you'll understand what I mean. So good job. I thought it was fun. So Grizaye Art, they make art kits and tools to help artists to explore different techniques. And they wanted to share their new watercolor painting kits. There are two. One with mushrooms. So there are 4 projects per kit. And one with flowers and butterflies. So let's see. I'm going to open this one first. I'm really attracted to those mushrooms. They look really cool. So I'm going to take it all out and see what's inside here. So there's an introduction to the kit. And then some ideas on how to color the 4 different designs. Now, what I might say I think is really cool is that the watercolor paper is by Legion. It's 250 GSM. So not quite 140 pounds. It's 100% cotton and it's acid free. So that's good quality. And Legion, anyway, is good quality paper. I love them. I use them for colored pencils. I use them for watercolor, gouache. So here are the 4 designs. And you can feel, oh my gosh, you can just really feel that it's cotton. It has a softness to it. I love cotton paper. And here you have a little strip of it, which is great because when you mix your watercolors, you can see if you have the right color. And it's the same paper, so I like that. I'm going to look at this later. I'm intrigued by the watercolor kit, the little palette here. It's really cute. It's small, but it has some weight to it, so there's plenty of paint, I'm sure. So pretty. I don't know who did the art. I'm going to have to look it up, but it's very pretty. So you have, let's see, yeah, 15 colors. Looks like a nice assortment. Yeah, the little, you can see that the paints are glued to the bottom, so they're not going to come off. Oh, it's Prang watercolor. I've tried that before. It's pretty good. Pretty sure that's what I tried. But we shall see. The little brush is really tiny. It's very cute. We'll see how good that is. It's all plastic. So let's see. What I like is that it's a small kit. So if you don't have an art studio, you want to do that in front of the TV in your living room or on your kitchen table or counter. You don't need to have like a lot of things spread out on your surface area. You can definitely use the lid as your palette, but you can also use like a saucer or, you know, like a ceramic plate or something to mix your colors. Alright, so there's all the colors here. Magenta, red, orange, yellow, lime, green, turquoise, light blue, blue, purple, pink, peach, white, brown, and black. So they're really just very basic color names. And you also have some tips on how to mix your colors with water or with the black and white to change the values, the opacity, and all that. And also tips on how to create new colors. So it tells you that you can use color number 2, which is red, and color number 12, which is peach, to make this color, for instance. So I thought that was pretty nice. The color wheel on this side, more tips, and some techniques with definitions of what they mean, like wet on dry, wet on wet, because this kit can be used by beginners or by really any level. I'm not a beginner watercolorist. However, I like this kind of kits because sometimes you want to paint something, but you don't want to get started and paint a masterpiece. You just want to paint something and you might not have any idea of what to do. And you can just grab one of these and just color it like a coloring book. But what's great is that, you know, often coloring book people use markers or colored pencils. With this, you can use another medium. It's a coloring book for watercolor, which is fun. That's why I always think that, you know, this kind of kits, along with paint by numbers or, you know, kits that already have the outline for you, all you have to do is add the color. For beginners, it's great because it makes you practice how to apply the color, how to dilute it, you know, how much water you need. But for people who are more advanced, you just relax and art around. So I'm going to pick one of these. I'm not sure which one yet. And then I'm going to paint it. So what can I say about this little kit? I think it's awesome. I had a lot of fun. The paper is, I don't think it's watercolor paper. That said, it takes watercolor very well. since you're kind of just coloring, basically, you're not going to add very many layers of watercolors anyway, so it does take layers well. I didn't soak the paper with water because it doesn't need to be soaked with water. So the paper is just great. The watercolors are surprisingly nicely pigmented, and they work really well with that paper because they do not fade that much when they dry. They stay nice and bright on the paper. So I thought that was nice. What I liked also is that you do have an example of the colors you could use to paint all 4 drawings, which is cool. In case you want to follow, the example, you can totally use whatever colors you want. But it's always nice to have a model. Now the brush isn't bad. It's definitely not a professional brush. And I must say that that's the thing that I had the hardest time with, because it has such a short handle. It's not very easy for me to paint with a tiny little handle like that. I did want to play along, and I used it for the whole painting, but because I found it awkward to hold it, in some places I actually went over the line just because I had a hard time holding it. But if you have another brush, you can definitely use something else. It's just convenient to have that little brush with the kit. That way you can take it with you wherever. But yeah, I had a hard time with that brush. The bristles aren't bad, but it's just the size. So yeah, I really like it. I'm going to link the website, the Grizaye website, in the description box of this video, as well as a code to have 20% off. I believe those watercolor kits are on sale right now too. And by the end of the month, there's going to be a 3rd one available. But if you go to the website, you'll see it's not just those sets. You'll have a variety of drawing kits. So if you're interested, go check it out. Use the 20% off and have fun with it. Thank you, Carissa, for sharing this with me. I think it's a really great idea, and it's a lot of fun, and it's kind of a zen thing to do to relax when you just want to paint, but you don't want to be too serious about it. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.